Start recording.
Very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Hey guys, it's Chris. We're talking through the medias. It's the weekend. We're going to go over We Got Your Mail. This is the show where, like I said, we got your mail. We got your comments, your questions, your concerns, your emails, everything that you want to say to us. You're going to say it right to our face. Let us know how you're feeling out there. And who is going to share in this joy with me today? It's the one, the only, the amazing Amy Newman. How about that introduction? Isn't she lovely?
I feel like this post needs to come with a catchphrase.
Like,
Jeepers. We'll work on it.
like,
I'll record some options. You just
our new 80s TV show, Jeepers,
Yeah.
with Amy Newman.
Mm-hmm.
Amy, did you spill all the sugar in the kitchen? Jeepers.
I'll never tell. We'll figure it. We'll find it.
That'll be a good one. Guys, let us know in the box below what catchphrase you need for Amy. And if you want to send that suggestion, put it in the box. Go to t3medias.com/contact or at T3Medias for Facebook, for the YouTubes, or for Twitter, or the TikToks. And, we'll get those questions and comments, those concerns, those suggestions, and we'll talk about them right here on We Got Your Mail. So, Amy, what is the first question that we have this weekend?
On my reaction to your Cleveland Brown impression, Lisa Anderson says, "Ouch, Amy, savage." LOL.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings.
I apologize, but you needed to hear it from somebody.
You know what?
Keep sending audition tapes to the Family Guy people.
My Cleveland
And they
Browns.
already recast the role, Chris. I don't know what to tell you.
I can be his understudy. I noticed that when you apologized, your eyes went up and to the left. And if you watch a lot of crime documentaries,
No,
like
that's
I
not
do,
an eye roll, Chris. I was rolling my eyes.
no, you were looking up into the lying department and like, I'm sorry. No, you know what? That's one of those moments where people like apologize for you. Like, I'm sorry, you feel bad about that. You ever get one of those from somebody? Like they owed you an apology, but they apologize for you. Have you ever had that situation?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought you were talking. My brain was like, he's asking the fans. But then I remembered I'm on this show.
I was like, okay, moving on.
I was like, I'll drop a comment in the box.
I was like, has that ever happened to you? You're like, yes. Yes, it has.
I was like, I don't know, man. It's been a day.
It's Saturday. It's I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you on the weekend. All right, what's the next one we got out there?
Up next, we have Victor Bradshaw, the presidential debate, saying, I lost at least 30 IQ points on that debauchery.
On it's like which one? Are we talking about the vice president one or the no?
This was the one we
the presidential
reacted
debate.
to.
Oh man,
2 weeks ago.
I called the Annette show. It was embarrassing. And,
It was.
It wasn't our best
Debauchery,
moment.
I think is too kind a word. Debauchery feels like sort of gentlemanly, a little fun. Everybody came out of it a little hungover, but we had a good time, and like it was none of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe the hangover, but
A cluster debauchery. That's what we'll call it. That's what we'll call it.
I
Yeah.
don't like it. I feel you, man.
Some IQ points were probably lost after
We could
that.
just do the American people a favor. And
if you guys want to feel better, if you look below right here, the logo is much bigger, and it's more glitterly. So that's something good. So just whenever you feel bad about the presidential debate, just point to something trivial that'll make you feel better. That's what I do. All right, what's the next comment that we got?
is that what helps you? Is that what gets you through the day?
Yeah, I just point to anything. Oh, look, a butterfly. Oh, somebody ate it.
Love that. Matt Roper, in response to my boyfriend reading my mail, says that I think you 2 boys got jawline envy. That is you and Eric envying this magic.
Well, I mean,
Someone did reference my jawline in the video.
yeah, just in case if you guys are wondering what the heck we're talking about.
Someone specifically left a comment on the video about on a video about my jawline.
Because everybody was like commenting about your smile.
Read that comment.
Yeah, it's like she has such a beautiful smile and a great smile, and you kept talking about your teeth and like and how beautiful your smile is and stuff, right? So, yeah.
I will say I've always envied men because if they don't have a good jawline, beard that up.
I got a goatee. I think it works.
Yeah,
It's graying up. I'm 40.
it's a powerful look. Makes you look smart, distinguished, like someone who would participate in debauchery.
A cluster debauchery.
Cluster debauchery. Up next, also I think in response to the presidential debate, I'm assuming, one of us, who knows, Kelly Daye says, it's not very difficult to shut down a narcissist if you have the skill set. Like most people with personality disorders, they all follow the same script. I could debate Trump and have him walk off the stage. Kelly, I want to see it. That's not from a place of irony. I really want someone to go in there and shut it down. I am tired of watching people trying to like have an intelligent conversation with a toddler.
It's happened before. Even in I read Mary Trump's her book about her. There's something that happened to him when he was a kid, when his brother embarrassed him in front of the family and everybody laughed at him, and according to her, even to this day, like he can't talk about it. Whenever the family brings it up, he gets red, he gets upset. He doesn't like to be embarrassed. The only time I've seen him when he was becoming relevant, the only time I've ever seen him embarrassed was when he was at that dinner when Obama was still the president.
Oh, his supervillain origin story?
Yeah. The day he decided to run for president, I'll show you. That was the day that the Donald died and Donald Trump was born, I guess, whatever. Yeah. Good way to put it. His origin story. Oh my God. You could hear that violin screeching, right? That the camera zooming in and pulling it back at the same time. Yeah, you could see it.
But no, I don't think you're wrong, Kelly. I do think there's a definite mental patterns you can follow there. And I do wish people were a little bolder about just...
But then it wouldn't be presidential and all that. Like if Biden wins...
It hasn't been for 4 years.
If Biden wins, it'll be because people are getting tired of this and they want to go back to normal and this experiment failed. But if Biden starts acting like not Ted Cruz, but not Ted, who's the other guy from Florida?
Marco Rubio?
Marco Rubio tried to out Trump and started talking about his hands and then it backfired on him. It's like, nah, it's funny when Trump does it. You seem like you're trying too hard. No, I'm not saying
I want someone to Trump. I just want someone to
dunk on
Trump.
Dunk on Trump. Obama could have done it. If Obama was running against Trump or debating Trump, it'd be over. Trump would have to be belligerent and crude and all that stuff. Yeah. But Obama is such a cool under pressure kind of guy. Biden is not. Come on, man. I mean, you could tell it was getting under his skin. Obama would have just been so cool under. That's probably why Trump didn't make a scene that day. He just took it. He's like, okay, all right, wait until next year. And that was it.
Well, on a funner note, so we can all use a little holiday cheer. I did a video of Halloween movies for wimps, of which I am kind of one. Kevin Garcia commented saying, I recommend Trick or Treat. It's a fun movie that doesn't really take itself too seriously. It's a little bit scarier than most of the movies on this list, but it won't cause sleepless nights. Honestly, that's a fun recommendation. I looked it up. It looks up my alley, and it has been added to my Halloween watch list because I am...
Are you going to debut the list? No, don't. Do
you want to see the list?
You're going to do it? Do you have it with you? Guys, check this out. So Amy just showed me this list Okay, so she is.
So accidentally, my boyfriend pointed out, because we were like, all right, we're stuck in quarantine. We can't do anything fun this year. Let's actually finally do that thing we've always kind of wanted to do where you watch one scary or Halloween themed movie every single night of October. So then I was like, I'll make a list. But then I was like, I'll draw a little picture for every movie on the list. So now I'm accidentally doing Inktober, but I can't draw. So we got, I don't know how the quality is going to be here. We got the Alien from Alien right up top. We got the Evil Dead book. We got the Evil Dead chainsaw arm. There's a Jack Skellington down there. I will let you know when the little trick-or-treat guy gets added to the list, because I don't know what that movie's about, but that thing's cute.
I suggested Lights Out. And so here's the question.
Draw that. It's all in the dark.
A shadowy figure. And just a ink blot or something.
I'm already scared.
And then I suggested Ernest Scared Stupid.
That feels like my style. And I recommend Blood Diner, which is on Hulu. I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel before. If you want just the best, bad, good, ridiculous 80s horror, hit it up. It's great. It's
Blood
a treasure.
Diner. Does it take place in a diner?
Yes. Also, in response to Halloween movies for wimps, Lisa Anderson says, backing me up, says, LOL, no, girl, you're not alone. I can't help myself. I love them, but the thought of being in the dark alone at night tends to leave me sleeping with a light on. Haven't seen Clue, but I do think Tim is a good actor. Correct. Big call about the song. I might have to take you up on that car park offer to talk about this. I believe that was me saying, I think it was Bette Midler singing I Put a Spell on You in Hocus Pocus is one of the most important contributions to music. I'm
stuck on the fact. See, a couple of days ago, we did a show with Sean Chandler, and he mentioned some of these movies that he hasn't seen. Like he said he'd never seen Hocus Pocus. Me and him are in the same age group. I'm like, wow, you've never seen these movies? I thought my list of movies that I haven't seen was bad. But Clue? Lisa! You are talking to two of the biggest Clue fans in the world. You have got to get on that Clue.
Go watch Clue. If you like Tim Curry, watch Clue.
That's the movie.
You're gonna have a good time.
I remember. You know who made me a fan of that movie? My mother. She also made me a fan of wrestling. Two different stories there. But
I love that.
She was watching Clue nonstop. Every time that movie came on, she would always watch it, to the point where I just became a fan just by proxy. Like, I remember the first thing I remembered or memorized from that movie, I think it's your favorite. You said flames on the side of my face. Did you say that was your favorite line?
Oh, yeah.
That was, I think that was the line that stood out to me the most. So much. Flames.
I believe that was also a Madeline Kahn ad-lib.
Was she ad-libbing all that?
Yeah.
Every time I think about a remake of that.
The story I've heard is that she just went. Like
maybe she was just supposed to say flames on the side of my face.
Martin Mull's right behind her, and you can see him kind of go. What?
And it was, the director was like, this is so perfect.
Amazing.
I suggested I said that we need to have a Zoom session where we comment that movie. So
I'm in.
All right, okay.
And we're not in.
Verbal contract. All right. What's that? Get on that, Lisa.
Moving on. ZenClover 84 says, I don't feel like Fast Times at Ridgemount High holds up. Yeah, it was an important movie, but it's the odd man out of these other great options. I believe that was your movies you haven't seen and want to watch.
By the time you see this, I don't think I'll have it out yet. No. Next week. I think I'll debut the movie that I'm going to watch from my first movie reaction, my watch for the first time, or first time watching, whatever it's called, reaction. But yeah, you're right. But I mean, maybe. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it yet. But
I definitely know that type of movie, though, where it's I get why this was important. And, I feel like so many things, especially from, late 80s, early 90s, and I could be totally off that this is what that movie is, so many things from like that very specific time frame shaped so much of what modern pop culture looks like. It's like Seinfeld isn't funny, like that trope of like, if you watch Seinfeld now through a modern lens, there's a bit of the like, yeah, but I've seen this. It's like, well, you've seen it because Seinfeld existed and then everything kind of looked like Seinfeld. Right. So I feel like there's a lot of movies that between the like, not everything ages well, tastes change, what we're kind of comfortable with like joking about changes, between that and then kind of doing the, I've seen stuff that looks like this, a lot of stuff gets kind of less and less.
And you know, you're right. But who knows? Who knows how it's going to hit me? Maybe out of all those movies, maybe that would be my favorite out of the list. I mean, it's
just to spite him.
It's just the list was just
like it was so good.
You know, movies in a certain era that like a person at a certain age probably would have seen. You know, those movies that a lot of people talk about a lot, a lot of people reference a lot, and I made a list of the ones that I haven't seen. Caddyshack, never seen it. What's another one I can think of? Adventures in Babysitting. I'm lying. One of my favorite movies. You know, E.T. Never watched it, but I love Mac and Me. That was my E.T.
You've never seen E.T.?
Never. I've seen the scenes. I know what happens. I've seen the important scenes. I know the story, but have I watched it from beginning to end? Never. I've probably only watched 10% of that movie because of clips. I mean, I probably watched the picture of Michael Jackson hugging E.T. longer than I've seen the movie E.T.
I'm going to move on before the E.T. stands come for you. E.T. stan Twitter is going to have your ass for that one, Chris. I can't stop thinking about E.T. stan Twitter. I'm throwing myself off. Jay, in response to Javicia Leslie as Batwoman, says maybe they should stop making it identify you politics and woke, because people are tired of that. They don't want to see a real, regular comic book TV show. That's the reason why people want to see the Arrow on the Flash in the first place, because it was pretty great, because nobody cares about the race of a superhero. We've seen that before in Blade and Static Shock.
I mean, well, tell that to Black Lightning. I think he cares about his race. To each his own. But this, I'm wondering if this is, and this was something that I was thinking about bringing up, either in a After Dark when we start doing talking to the medias After Dark for the Patreon page or whatnot. But I'll bring it up right now. So today, I saw.
You made this one for free, but then go to the Patreon.
You got to go to the Patreon. But yeah, here's a freebie. According to, what was her name? Ruby Rose? What was that? That was her name? The girl, the woman who played Batwoman?
It is, but now that you've questioned it,
Yeah, Ruby Rose.
I immediately did the like.
Jimmy Fallon interviewed her and asked, hey, so why did you do Batwoman just for one season? She gave the professional answer and whatnot. She's a professional. She's not gonna tell what really happened, right? But she goes on and she says something like, it was never meant for just one Batwoman. I'm like, okay, that's a good excuse today. So, but all she really said in that interview was Javicia Leslie won't be playing this character for too long. Or she only going to play it for 1 year, and then we're going to get another. Then my question is, and I tweeted this on Talking to the Media's Twitter account. Then what's the point of the show? If we're going to get a new Batwoman every year or every other year, maybe she's going to play it for 2 years, or maybe there's. I mean, if they're going to bring in multiple Batwomen and for some big Power Rangers reason where they all come back together and there's like a team of Batwomen or something like that, and then they morph into a giant Batwoman or something. I don't know what the point is. I don't get it. Supergirl didn't need to do that. All the other heroes didn't need to do that. It just seems like a fake answer, or it seems like that's the answer now, or something like that.
Here's my personal theory, and I could be wrong. I think it's a cover-up answer.
Yeah.
I think this show might not last long enough that it will totally matter.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to probably, unless if Javicia Leslie is well received and crushes it, and people are like, oh, she's doing way better than Amber, then she's going to be Batwoman moving forward. They'll have like however many seasons, It has. If it doesn't do well, then this might be the last season, and then maybe they'll throw another Batwoman in on the last episode real quick to justify what Ruby Rose said. Like maybe she'll pass the mantle because Batwoman is a symbol kind of a thing. Yeah, it's probably Ruby Rose kind of foreshadowing what's about to happen if season 2 doesn't, produce well or is. I don't know. I feel like that you're right. That was a fake answer, and I can't wait till the book comes out. I'm like, what happened? Like, I feel like she pulled a switchblade on somebody, and they had to fire her or something. I like Ruby Rose now.
Of course you do. And
she's hot.
And the happy clown, also in response, we're talking more Halloween, said, great list. Thank you. I love Paranorman and Over the Garden Wall. A few more recommendations for beginner horror movies. Gremlins. It was my cemeterygate into the genre when I was 10. Also, if you can handle zombies and some gore, Return of the Living Dead. Tucker and Dale versus Evil and Scouts versus Zombies are also great horror comedies.
Scouts versus Zombies. Is that comedy on Netflix?
I don't know, but I feel like I trust this person very much because they like my list.
And he's a happy clown.
I love cemeterygate into the genre. Like, that is just the cutest phrasing. And also Tucker and Dale versus Evil is phenomenal. I have seen that one.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
That was fantastic.
And
such a fun twist on. If you're watching and you haven't seen it, it's basically like the teen cabin in the woods, like evil redneck slasher.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that was funny.
And then you find you see it from the evil redneck's perspective, and everything's just like a misunderstanding. Yeah. They're like the nicest guys in the world, and these
these unfortunate situations happen to them. I remember.
And they just keep looking.
They keep getting blamed for it, right, or something like that.
I always think of the part where they find the girl, and they're like, "Hey, we got your friend," and it cuts to the teen's perspective. He's like, "We got your friend."
Yeah, everybody thinks that they're evil. Yes, I remember.
It's very, very funny. It's very, if you can handle kind of cheesy, cartoony gore, but gore, very good. So thank you for the recommendations.
Scouts versus.
I'm gonna try to add all those to the list.
Scouts versus Zombie. If I'm remembering correctly, that movie was if it's the same one I'm thinking of. Imagine American Pie with zombies. It was that outrageous with sex and sex jokes and coming of age. And these, if that's the movie I'm thinking, I hope I'm not getting it mixed up with another one because I remember I think all of them were Boy Scouts. But
all I know is there's a TV series on Hulu called Zomboat. That's I guess zombies on a boat, and
is it a boat that is a zombie?
I believe they escaped from zombies on a boat, but it's British and it's supposed to be kind of a fun
Zomboat
comedy. Check it out.
Sounds like Knight Rider, Nightboat, Zomboat.
I highly recommend. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but there's a British series called Dead Set. That's they're filming Big Brother. Yeah, and the zombie apocalypse hits, and watching stuck-up reality TV people get eaten by zombies was just
something so satisfying about it.
So satisfying. Highly recommend. So tons of good stuff out there. Yeah. Thank you again for the recommendations, all. And finally, we got an email.
Woo!
Look at us, so profesh. MICHAEL BENTLEY says, "Hi guys, my wife and I say that actor." I'm going to go with Y'lan Noel, and I apologize if I said that wrong. Y'lan Noel should audition for the part of Black Panther.
You know what? I'm going to take the time, and I'm going to... Y'lan Noel. Let me see if I can...
Welcome to Googling the web series.
Oh, yeah, right? I'm like, who is... I got to see. Because, you know what? Maybe I should have did this before the show.
We could Google it right now and edit this part.
Was he on? He was on The Photograph. He's in Insecure, Slice, The First Purge.
Okay.
I'm like, if you just, is that, was he the guy, was he the love interest on Bird Box? No, that wasn't him. No.
I don't think so.
You guys got a great smile. I'm like, the smile is too distracting. No.
But again, we were talking with that the unknown actress we were talking earlier in the week, they just cast an unknown as, was it Ms. Marvel? And I feel not that this guy's a complete unknown, but casting people where you go, I haven't seen a ton of what he can do. I think is always a fun option, so I'd be open to it. I don't know if they would. I think for something that big, they might want to cast someone who people widely consider a bit more of a known entity. But
yeah, well, you know what? Now that I'm scrolling down on these pictures, I'm like, no one's ever given me a suggestion that's taken me away from John David Washington until today. Just by the pictures alone, I've never seen any of this guy's works, but I'm like, I see a T'Challa in there. I see it, but I gotta see his work before I can officially co-sign on it. So it's still enough. But I've seen all the Purge movies, so I gotta go back and see if he was any good in that, or Insecure. I gotta watch that. But pictures alone, yeah, I can see it.
have a look.
Yeah, I'll put him in. He's right. That's an interesting choice.
It's a strong maybe.
It's a strong maybe. The smile is captivating. It's the perfect smile. I mean, you want him out there.
You're getting in too deep, Chris. I'm pulling you back out. Thanks so much, guys, for sending it.
I found my new boy crush.
My boyfriend will be devastated to hear.
Sorry, Eric. Was that the last one?
I believe that was it.
All right, ended it on the boy crush. Well, guys, thank you once again for helping us out with We Got Your Mail. I appreciate all your suggestions, all the comments, your concerns, everything that you wanted to let us know that you're afraid to say to our face. You say it right here on the channel.
As directly as they can say to our face.
Yeah, pretty much. It is the equivalent of hey man. But yeah, these comments
and sometimes you'll forget that.
But if you guys want to, remember, put it in the box. Tell us at t3medias.com/contact, at T3Medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as the comments below on any of our videos. That's how you can send in a question, my friend. That's how you can send in a comment. That's how you can send those concerns in. And that's how you can send in those suggestions to make us better. I love our critics. They help make us better. Okay? That's how I feel about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I made that quote up. Totally.
You did.
It was not lifted at all. But until next time, guys. Hey, appreciate it, guys. See you next time.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.